What's going on, everybody?
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the stream. Gonna get it game starting here shortly. I'm just finishing up some minor details, and I'm gonna plop my ass in that seat and check out this game with you guys. Can't wait for it. Love late night games. The house is quiet. I can focus. Gotta love it. Thank you all for joining me. We'll have a time tonight. Hopefully celebrate a good game. That's all I'll say without jinxing it. And cheers, guys. Thanks again for joining me. I'll be right back. Oh, and I'm going to announce the winner of the hat and the Scotian Canadian t-shirt first intermission.
Cheers, guys.
Any better? Let me know if the echo's gone. I had this problem last time, and it was a loose connection. Better now? Perfect. Josh Portalance, shoot me a DM on Twitter or Instagram, whatever you use, and we'll figure that out, because that was probably a mistake on my end. I apologize. I will get you, if I promised you a shirt, it will get to you. So just message me on Twitter or Instagram. Cheers, dude. I'll be right back, guys. Go Habs, go, baby. Come on, we need this win. Here we go. Let's go, boys. Steps up in the neutral zone and they go right back to work in the offensive zone. Those are some of the Got to build on that win against Detroit. That's for sure. Unbelievable. What's up with these starts, man? Like, just absolutely atrocious starts. Unacceptable. Brutal, man. Brutal, brutal, brutal. Ah! Of course that reset. Here we go. Opportunity to quickly get the tie it up. That goes back. Let me just Come on, guys. There you go. Caulfield finally got an opportunity to one-time a puck. Oh my God, Jake Allen, that was close. Oh. I just can't get over how they start this way. And the power play just...
Miscommunication early as Nico, his second game as the Montreal Canadiens as well. He had a nice debut for the Habs, +3 with 2 assists on the back end.
That play by Sammy Nico and Jonathan Drouin, that's where you talk about chemistry, a player trying to understand where he'll get that puck.
Nico at the blue line, Hoffman circles around.
Hoffman's looked great on the power play, eh? Had a rough first game with us, but last game looked good. Doesn't look too shabby here. Ah! Drouin. That's almost more on the defender for not being in position. That was a pretty slow pass. Tough power play there.
Seattle Kraken a 1-0 early advantage on a goal from Jordan Eberle. Here's Vince Dunn trying to hold the line for Seattle. Montreal with a pop and free. Sticks flying. Armia taken down. Appleton's going to collect his stick and back to Giordano. Kulak keeps it in with a backhand. Cedric Paquette in the lineup. As Jake Evans not 100%. Paquette, quick break shot. And right on Grubauer as Cedric Paquette getting a chance at center as Evans not feeling 100%. It's time for the Napa key parts of the game presented by Napa Auto Parts.
Well, for Montreal, contain the outside and control the inside. When they're
Seattle find offensive finish. Didn't take them long to do that. My God. Again, thanks you guys for joining. Thanks for joining me here. I'm gonna announce the winner of the hat, which is sitting behind me, same one here, first intermission, and as well as the Scotian Canadian T-shirt. To be able to win the hat, it was to comment on my last reaction video. I already picked the winner. I have it in my book here. I picked it yesterday, and to win the shirt, it was to retweet my reaction video. I already picked the winner for that. Also in my book here. Again, Seattle have had a pretty tough start to their season, so they're looking for a big dub here tonight too, and they got off to a good start. Montreal's typically been a strong road team. We'll have to see how that fares this season. Hopefully the same as it has in the past. And we started the last game down 1-0 and managed to light up Detroit, so we'll see what happens. Here we go. Nice feed. Almost got it through. Sherratt and Petrie are actually not looking too shabby as a pair. That's a good sign. At least until Edmondson comes back. I keep forgetting this timer, as per usual. David Savard has been hard to read, eh? It's like some games he looks great, others he looks pretty questionable. You know, maybe it's been the juggling of the D pairs, but I'd like to see him find some consistency in his game. Like against Detroit, he was moving the puck well and skating really well too in the offensive zone. Pretty shifty. Love to see more of that if he's capable of it, you know. Oh, Seattle ozone time here now. Nice pass across.
Big part of the problem there for Montreal was Brent Kulak didn't make the change. Ended up being out there for an extended shift. Get a little tired and you start making more mistakes.
Kale, by the way, in the AHL right now, he's wearing a letter. The Seattle's AHL affiliate. Pass right in. The slot. Alexiak cutting it right through the crease.
Oh, Alexiak, man. Oh, lost my camera. God damn it. That's another one, eh? Suzuki. Tough start for him. Especially 5-on-5. Oh! Oh! Oh, Galley! What a pass from Hoffman. Big save, Jake Allen. Let's go. Move it up. Oh.
He gives it away. Right in the stick of Sammy Niku.
Danny Gord,
Lots of time between whistles here, eh?
Montreal Canadiens, having been in that final last year with the Tampa Bay Lightning, so they know what to expect. Nick Suzuki specifically.
Oh, 2-on-1, Seattle. Oh, found the trailer. What a save. We got a back and forth one here.
Advancing the puck up for Tanev. Upended by Kulak, and they continue to have a conversation. Kulak
Get the exit.
gets the free puck.
God.
Sends it up for Lehkonen. Body cut for Tanev, who plays that physical game. Caden Fleury shoots it in with pace. Seattle able to change. Kulak will set him behind his goalie.
If you're out on the ice,
Oh my God. Kulak.
contact from
Really?
one of the leaders in hits in the National Hockey League.
Morgan Geekie again.
Savard
Alexiak. Nearly sent
struggled to receive that one. Let's get the exit. Come on.
Caulfield, Alexiak. Mismatch in size. Montreal able to clear.
That's a really good play by Cole Caulfield on the boards, protecting the puck and getting it out.
Giordano dumps it in. Geekie trying to get to the puck, cannot. Savard clears.
Another good
Oh my gosh.
Cole Caulfield using his body. And David Savard reads the play and steps right
Yeah,
up.
Cole's doing a great job here without the puck. And in battles. Oh my God. Terrible giveaway.
Stick down the far circle. Fleury one timer. Nice pad stop from Allen. Donskoy in the corner. Trying to fish it free to the far wall for
Get it out. And he doesn't. And another D-zone giveaway. Oh my God.
And it's flipped to neutral ice.
Nothing more frustrating than that.
Everly loads up.
There you go.
From distance, no
Oh.
straight out. Thought about playing it, but he will hold as Jaden Schwartz was there.
Man. First commercial break. Got some chances at least offensively, but I think Seattle's at least doubled us up on that. Fucking brutal. Need some... It's just they can't seem to get their legs and chemistry and whatnot going. So I got some mail recently from a viewer. I opened it up but then forgot that he wanted me to open it. Do a reaction while opening it. So I left all the stuff in there. This is from my... This is from a longtime viewer, Corey. Cheers, Corey. I really appreciate you sending me this. It's amazing. I know a couple of the things that are in here. There's a this towel he mentioned, which is super cool, from 2021. I have the 2021 on my wall over there, but thanks to Corey, now I've got the 2021 flag. It's amazing. Super cool. I'll go up on the wall somewhere. And then he put in there, oh, that's nice. Bunch of Jocelyn Thibault cards. The first one's pretty cool. Oh, yeah, see-through. That's a nice one, too. They're all super cool. Jocelyn Thibault collection, and there's some more stuff in here, too. What's this? Oh, damn. Chris Nyland signed picture. Jeez, dude, you didn't have to give me that. It's nice of you, man. It's really nice of you. What else?
There's a lot of hockey history in this city. How about back to 1917?
Oh, jeez, what's this?
Seattle Metropolitans, they won
That's
the
random.
Stanley
Oh,
Cup.
Shane Corson.
National Hockey
Leafs.
Association's Montreal Canadiens, 3 games to
Patrick
1.
Waugh.
Combined score of 23.
Oh, Shane Corson. Autograph card.
Courses formed the full
Damn.
order, and tonight,
That's sick.
the banner unveiling very
Thanks,
cool
dude.
1917
Appreciate it. You're a stud.
They actually made the final.
And let's hope this team can come back. Come on. And guys, I'll take some calls during the intermission as well. So first and second intermission, I'll give out my number to whoever wants to DM me on Twitter or Instagram. I'll shoot you my cell number. You can call, get on the channel. We'll shoot the shit about this game and about the Habs. Let's go here.
As the TSN director of scouting, you have that power. Let's get it done.
Thank God for Jake Allen, hey? What would we do without him?
They had a really lovely ceremony. This building is a must-see, by the way. If you're a Habs
Man.
fan, it's awesome.
It is. And just back to the 1919 Stanley Cup Final. That was the Spanish flu. Scott Oak on Saturday night in Hockey Night Canada. He was the one that suggested that this game tonight should be awarded the Stanley Cup from 1919. So it's not my stuff. It's not original. It was Scott Oak on Hockey Night Canada. I laughed when I heard him say it.
Oh, did they raise that cup banner for Seattle? I heard rumblings about that, but I wasn't sure if they actually ended up doing it.
This beautiful facility, pretty good price tag of the $1.2 million.
I was going to say, before the last break, Mark Bergevin has a press conference last week, talked about puck support, and that Montreal wasn't doing a good enough job.
Oh! Yeah! Woo! Let's go!
But he's got his second as a Montreal Canadian. It's
Hoffman! Is he hurt?
There's another great example offensively, puck support. What Mark was observing,
Where's the replay here?
these are the things that
Let's go! That's what we needed. It's huge.
1-0 early in this game. They've really been strong in that area of the game. Clearly gets clipped. That's George. Jaden Schwartz's stick that catches up.
Oh, he got a high stick, did he? Oh! Did he ever? Let's go! Oh, what are they reviewing here now? Give me a fucking break.
Being ready to get to a loose puck.
Fuck off. Stream's uncensored if you haven't figured that out by now. What is going on here?
Dave Haxtell, if they're challenging something here,
Looks like they might be challenging Garrett.
Oh my god. He's outside of the crease and the goalie reached for him.
He puts his glove out there. That doesn't look like Brendan Gallagher's interview.
Are they calling it? I swear to fuck, if they call this goalie interference and we get a penalty and no goal, and Hoffman doesn't get the high stick against... What are these officials doing?
as you remember, he was injured before.
Now, they might have been reviewing if it was the Seattle player's stick that caught Mike Hoffman, or if it was the Montreal Canadiens.
So why is the Seattle guy in the box if we scored?
It's a 4-minute high stick, and they're reviewing it. It was 2 minutes, but with the blood, they go and review it to make sure it was the correct call on the opponent's.
Okay, so they're reviewing the high stick, but I'm not going to complain about having a power play, but if we scored on a delayed penalty, shouldn't it be negated or at least down to 2 minutes?
It's only a 2-minute penalty, but a real opportunity.
Ah, that's exactly it. So it would have been 4, but we scored, so it's down to 2.
Play looked good.
I'll take it. A goal in a power play. Let's go!
Montreal over one of the power
Ha ha!
as Hoffman and Dvorak at the blue line can't gain the zone. It's back to Sammy Niku. So Schwartz in the box for 2 minutes or less as Hoffman skates it in, ditches for Drouin. Jonathan Drouin, the back
Nice pass, Drew.
they'll send it across.
One thing I love about Sammy Niku is he uses the entire O-zone. You'll see him skate outside the zone. Oh, it's perfect. I love that. What a play. Surprised Dvorak didn't finish that. But yeah, Sammy Niku will have the puck inside the zone and his feet outside the zone. That is... Oh, that's huge. It gives you that much extra space to maneuver. And the penalty killer can't force you or can't get too close to you. Or else they're then out of position. So I love that about Sammy Niku's game on the power play.
Josh Anderson looks to wind it up. Gets it to Caulfield. Flip to Suzuki. He'll dump it in. Here comes Anderson. Goes on. Larson. 2 big bodies trying to take it away from 17. Caulfield. Kicked it momentarily. Comes right to Tanev. And he fires and clears.
Seattle doing a really good job penalty killing here so far.
And Jeff Petrie will pick it up behind Allen.
I talk a lot of shit about the Habs power play. I gotta make it a point to
Petrie, 42 points
Give credit to the penalty killers of the opposition more often. Come on. Set it up. Set it. No, not happening. Fuck. Oh, what a terrible giveaway by Seattle. Yes! That's huge. We're back in this game right away. Love it. Switch back over here for now. Just for a sec. Get in on this chat. Peter, thanks for joining. Jordan, I think I saw my cousin John Martian here at one point. Cheers, I appreciate the support. Cuz. Greg, yeah, what's going on, dude? Corey Peach. Jeffrey, good to see you. Carl Pachowski, loyal viewer. Simon Parent Laporte. Skynat K, gotta love it. Jeremy Savoy. Kyle Maison, back in. Peter Chalkas. Lojo Nader. Josh Portalance. Joe 420. I'm probably going to spark a J at some point here during this game. Paul Langell. Appreciate you, dude. Glad you had a good time in Montreal. Go Habs, go 89. Jordan. Andrew Brockerville. Mo Nekele. Sorry for the pronunciations if I got any wrong here. CeeLo GG. You guys are all the best. Abdimalik Mohammed. JMP. Swine Horde. Christian Ravery. What's up, dude? Long time no see. Okay, back to the game here, gents. Thanks again, guys. You guys are the best. So pumped we're back in this game. Let's go! Ooh. Oh, Davidson. Oh, that was awful.
Montreal really playing on their toes, really getting up into the neutral zone.
I absolutely love Seattle's jerseys. They're sick. Both home and away. Love their logo. The marketing team and graphic design team nailed it. Oh, geez. Jonathan Drouin with some space. Look at the hands on him. Great play. Uh-oh. You gotta be kidding me, man. You gotta hug the post there. What a weak one to let in. Oh, you gotta give Jake Allen a pass because he's been an absolute beast for us. Come on. I gotta see the replay of this one. Oh, it was a tip. Nice tip. Tanev. Fuck! God. Having a hard time with the rush defense against Seattle tonight. They're not getting much ozone time, but they've had quite a few rush plays. And here's another one coming, look. Oh, man.
The ebbs and flows of a game. Seattle scores early in the game, and Montreal really gets their footing, and they take.
You don't want to be playing behind from this game. Don't want to be playing from behind in this game too long. I'd love to see that first line or whatever first line, Suzuki and Caulfield, get up on the board, man. We need them. Like, if they're going to keep going, I guess Caulfield's not even playing with Suzuki anymore, but Suzuki and or Caulfield need to start producing offense because we can't have those two guys zeros on the board most nights. You're not going to win games. Keys to our success this season. You can tell Caulfield's having a little trouble in his rookie season here, playing against all the different competition, all the different players, all the different teams. Like in the playoffs, you're playing the same team over and over again, so after, 2-3 games, you start to get comfortable with your opposition's tendencies, what the defense are going to do. But now it's just a different opponent every night, and that's how it should be. And he seems to be struggling a little bit with that. Oh, man, huge save from Jake Allen there. Seattle owning the ozone right now. Come on, Perreault. What is that? What a terrible giveaway. Oh, right off the post, too. God forbid you get out of the zone. They don't even have that happen. Just unacceptable. And now are we going to the box? There's an icing. Sherratt off his foot. I don't think there's a penalty there. I just saw the ref's arm up. My God. Looks like Jake Allen might have even got a piece of it. Uh-oh. Now there's a penalty. We're going to the box. Gotta love it. Jeez, this period has flown by. Drouin in the box for 2. First penalty kill of the night. Let's go. This is an important one. This is an important one. Okay, guys, so if you'd like to call me and get in on the stream and voice your opinions here, direct message me, DM me on Twitter, @ScotianCanadian, or Instagram, @ScotianCanadian, and I will send you my cell number and you can call. And I'll start those right after I announce the prize winners at the beginning of the first intermission. Just checking here. Andrew McGinnis, what's up, dude? Appreciate you coming on. Jordan M, good to see ya. Sam Hyde. Love that you guys are keeping the chat active too. That's awesome. Keep the discussion going.
I know it's early in the season, Craig, but special teams a problem early for Montreal. They're 31st on the power play. They're 30th on the penalty kill, allowing 9 goals on 21 attempts coming into tonight.
Well, I mean, you look at those first 5 games, Brian. I mean, there was nothing in Montreal.
141 left in the first.
So, you know, those numbers
Seattle on the power play here.
to the 0-5 start.
Suzuki taking the draw. That's something else that's going to be tough for Suzuki. He's going to get a lot of penalty kill time. Leaves a little bit less energy for offensive output. You know, Deneau felt that. But that's part of being a upper echelon player. You know, Brad Marchand kills penalties and he gets 100 points a season. So, no excuses. Uh-oh.
They'll send it across, McCann in, and that was blocked, never got through. Schwartz, Gord, 1 minute, final minute in this first period. Giordano keeps it moving for Seattle.
It's crazy seeing Giordano in this sweater. He's so good at. Oh, what a nice shot. Off-speed shot at the net. Luckily, Habs cleared it. 40 seconds to go here. Oh, almost got a trip there.
Near boards, Armia looking for the puck. No one can find it. Where is it? Caught up in someone's, yeah, it was in Armia's pants. It's one way to kill off some time.
Armia trying to steal the puck.
Finds its way into the strangest of places, isn't it?
Well, Montreal would prefer the back of the net.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's not a strange place, though, is it?
That's the plan.
Come on, we cannot take another L this early in the season, man. Kill this off. Tie it up.
Late stages.
Move along.
Seattle, the power play done off the draw. Bergy. He'll work it down low. Donskoy. Donato's marked in front. Back up top for Dunn. Takiki. He'll wait. Shoot.
Oh, man.
Donskoy. 10 seconds remaining. As Wenberg lost the puck.
Geeky had the lane but fired one wide. Here we go. 2-on-1. 2, 1. Ah. Oh. So close. So close. Just a couple extra seconds and they'd be able to complete much more much better 2-on-1 chance. Okay, let's announce these winners. I think I got some DMs so people can give me a call too. I'm going to switch chairs. Okay. First order of business here. So, the winner of this very slick hat, brand new, tag still on, is Jeremy Legu. Or whatever. Legui. I don't know. Cheers, dude. Congrats. You've won the hat. I'm hoping you see this and shoot me a message and I'll gather your I'll get your address. And I'll go to your comment on my video and message you there. Congrats. Love giving stuff away. You can find these hats at Lids if you want one of your own. And also, the winner of a Scotian Canadian t-shirt is Alex Clark at Alex_Clark_ on Twitter. Cheers, man. Congrats. You on the shirt. And if you'd like I give these away often, but if you'd like to support me and buy one, you can e-transfer me $35 to ScotianCanadian@gmail.com. That's $35 to ScotianCanadian@gmail.com, and I will ship it to you personally along with a note. I've got large, extra large, couple smalls. I don't have any mediums left. And I've got some like bigger ones too, like XXX, XXX as well. So feel free to get one from me if you'd like to support the channel. I'd greatly appreciate that. And now let's check some DMs and see who wants to call in while I'm doing that. You guys are the best. I love that you're cheering people on, congratulating them on the wins. I've got a awesome following, and I'm grateful for that every day. Lots of good people. I appreciate that. You guys are studs. Okay. Skylar Brennan. Skylar Brennan, I sent you my number. Feel free to give me a ring at any time, and we'll chat about this this game. Whew. Man, can't believe it's 2-1 already. It's a shame that last one went in. That was a really nice heads-up tip from Tanev. Quick, very quick. Oh, there's Skylar giving me a ring now. Yo, Skylar, what's going on, dude?
How much? How about you?
Not bad, man. Not bad.
Not bad, eh? What's this start, eh?
Oh, I know. It's if it was any other team than Montreal playing, I'd be loving all the back and forth. But we just need a win so bad.
Yeah, it's not the best start. This is getting tired. I mean, that's the first point of this whole season. Right from that loss in Toronto, I'm like, okay, let's not go down too bad, and we'll be fine. And then we go 1-5. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
So I mean, hey, especially coming off our run like we did in the finals, that's just now we're losing to an expansion team.
It's one thing after another. KK scoring against us. I mean, Jesus Christ. What's next? Subban's going to come in and get a hat trick.
Now we have to get our Zamboni driver that used to play for Montreal and let him beat us so we can match up with Toronto.
Yeah, exactly. Well, there's lots of game left, 40 minutes, and Seattle's obviously not the best team in the world, so hopefully we can at least score like 4 tonight, maybe more, and make it a game, and hopefully Allen can shut it down from here on out.
Oh, yeah, I mean, he's been stellar. And I know that one goal was a bit weird with the tip that he let up, but other than that, without him, it would be 10-0 every game. He's shutting the door almost every night for us.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I can't really say anything negative about him. It's not him, it's just our stupid D not making the exit.
Yeah, no one really covered Tanev there on that particular goal either. But yeah,
no, I mean,
go ahead.
It's annoying because, let's say you have, whenever we do our breakout, We have the chance at our own end to make a clean breakout, take our time, get the breakout going, and then we just try to make a quick dump at chase, and it don't work. Like, that just gets sick and tiring. If I look at that every single time, I'm screaming at the television, saying, wait, get your change while you're in your zone behind your net, like almost every NHL team does. Don't rush the play. Take your time, then go. Don't listen.
Yeah.
If
only they could hear you. They should chuck you behind the bench.
Yeah. Be Dom Ducharme.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'd have to be yelling in French.
Yo, have you called in before?
Yes, I have.
Oh, right on. I was pretty sure you have. I know I see you in the streams all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Right on. Actually, I think I even had you in my contact list. It came up with your name. Anyway, right on, man. Cheers. I'm going to give a chance for someone else to give a ring in, and hopefully we can come back here and get a big dub.
Yeah, all right. Go Habs, go.
Cheers, buddy. Go Habs, go.
Cheers, bye.
That was Skylar Brennan, longtime viewer. Thanks for calling, dude. Appreciate it. And if you'd like to call in, DM me on Twitter, @ScotianCanadian, and I'll send you my cell number. Or on Instagram, @ScotianCanadian. I'll send you my number, and you can call. No one else right now looking to call in, so I'll leave it at that, and I'll just go through the chat. Jerry Hansen, welcome in, buddy boy. Muffin Mouse, cheers, dude. Julian S. Concars 1234, Habs fan 93. That was a good year. John Osterberg, Jungie. So you know what? We're in the intermission here. I got some time. Fuck it. Let's go. If there's anyone underage here, don't do drugs until you're an adult. I meant to do this pre-game, but I ran out of time. The game started quick. Seattle had their shit together. Good call, Julian. I got to grab some water. I'm doing Sober October right now. I don't give up this stuff, but I don't drink for a month, and I got 5 days left. Looking forward to having a beer in a few days here. Christian Ravery, when's the next From Failing Hands appearance? Not quite sure, man. I definitely want to collab with them soon. I almost want to get them on here sooner rather than later, do another video call. But I've got a lot of like Zoom call and stuff like that, more podcast style stuff planned. And I've reached out to a bunch of different fan-made podcasts and stuff like that. A bunch of people have already agreed. So I'm going to bring them on one at a time. We'll either do it buzzed up and baked style or just like a conversation with, and it'll be, you know, just a normal, more professional thing. And I also have some buzzed up and baked plans to get people in studio, have a good time, and just shoot the shit about like the entire NHL, you know, probably more specifically the Atlantic Division, the Olympics, which is awesome. I'd like to get some Olympics content out here for you guys soon. Do up a roster. Do up actually a bunch of rosters for a lot of the different countries. Anyone got any questions? Feel free to load them up in the chat, and I'll answer a bunch. I don't think I've gotten any DMs yet. Oh. Good for you, Go Habs 89. If I wasn't functioning on this stuff, I wouldn't be doing it. But I'm actually quite high functioning on both the sauce and the weed, so I'm fortunate in that sense. Pod actually makes me very creative and motivated to create things. There's also times when it's nice to just smoke and relax too, but good for you for quitting and recognizing that you couldn't do it anymore. Anyone in on that? Can't wait to play Boston at home. Simon, hell yeah. I'm so pumped for the Boston games this year. Miss those. Can't believe how much I miss those. Like, as much as I rib Toronto, and Leafs fans get on me for, like, rib, whatever. They're a Canadian rival. Come on, give me a break. I actually say a lot of good things about them, too. But if we didn't play them for a year and a half, I'd be missing it big time. And that's kind of what it was with the Bruins. I love that rivalry, though. Go Habs go. Does your old lady smoke too? Yeah. And strain homegrown. My neighbor grew it. I grew my own too, but then I ran out, and my neighbor just gave me some, which was very nice of her. So God knows what strain. Would love to see a game in Boston. Actually, you know what? That might be the next place I go to see an NHL game. It's close enough to Nova Scotia that I could drive. And would love to see a game in the TD Garden. And then for it to be Habs Bruins, like, plus you can catch baseball while you're there. Maybe hopefully it flukes out that the Jays are in town. But even if not, there's so many good MLB teams you could check out against the Red Sox. Jake Carroll, where would you slot Edmondson? I'd right back with Petrie. Definitely right back with Petrie. And then where you put Sherratt. Got to think with not Savard again. Can't do that. Savard's got Romanov with him right now. I don't know. We're so deep with these shutdown defensemen. It'd be nice to slot someone in who's an elite puck mover, for God's sakes. Ugh, it's frustrating. Like, who gets knocked out of the lineup when Edmondson comes back? Kulak, I guess. Maybe, might be Romanov. Like, because he can't really take out Niku or Weidman because they're going to be on the power play. But maybe you do. I don't know. Give someone else a chance on the power play, but I'm not sure how that'll work out. John Osterberg. Good to see you again, man. Roger Bouchard. Mike Yee. Looks like a Muppet in your picture, Mike Yee. Oh, okay. Second should be starting any time here now, so hopefully we'll be rearing and ready to go and have a good start. Like, how many games have we given up a goal in the first 3 to 5 minutes? I feel like it's been at least a few. We did last game. We did against San Jose. Oh man, I forgot to turn these lights on. That would actually make this stream look way better. Look at that. My bad. I was surprised at how many people called out this jersey in my last video. The old Koivu CCM. This is the first jersey I ever had. It's in pretty rough shape. Ripped up here. Anyway, I love this jersey. It used to belong to my cousin, actually, John Marsh, who was in this stream. I wonder if he noticed what I was wearing. Oh, second is underway here. Gonna switch this back up. This and this. Oh God, lost my camera again. Bear with me, just gotta get the camera back on. Oh, Eberle on the doorstep. Come on, man. Not a good start. Not a good start. Now there's a clean out. Anderson, ooh, jeez. Goes right to the net. Wow, what a save by Allen there. Wow. That was very close to being 3-1. Who else, absolutely loves the TSN crew? I love watching games broadcast by TSN. Not just Habs, but the Habs team is really good. But just... they have such a good staff. Everyone's knowledgeable. Everyone's objective. Like, how many times have you seen Craig Button get shit on by both Habs fans and Leafs fans? Oh! That's a good sign. But I like his takes. Honestly, man. And he handles the heat well, too. But Mike Johnson, obviously one of my favorites. So knowledgeable, good color commentary. Dave Poulin, I don't mind when he fills in. Brian Mudryk on the play-by-play. Just nails it every time. But when Dan Robertson fills in from Nova Scotia, he kills it too. Oh, Galley took one there in the slot.
By his own player. Looks like it was more in the midsection, perhaps, down rather than the leg area.
As Cole Caulfield put himself offside, trying to streak in.
Offside, man.
But a talk of Cole Caulfield, obviously, a very impressive playoff campaign. Here's another look. Kulak shoots.
Oh, like I said, the midsection. I think it might be a little lower than the midsection.
That's not good. Is
The
that
delicate
Galley
edges.
hurt there?
Here's Kulak. Toffoli gets a touch on it. Fleury plays it back to his defensive partner. Dunn gets a second try, can't clear. Caulfield's got it away. Perreault knocked off the puck as McCann is on it. He'll flip and try to chase after it. In comes Mason Appleton. Appleton below the goal line, back up top for Dunn. Dunn blocked by Perreault.
Oh, here we go. No way! He dropped his stick.
Middle of the stick. Here's Caulfield. Stick alley. Cole Caulfield.
Oh!
Back in through the crease. Sherrod loads up. Stopped by Perreault.
Oh, Cole is
Perreault was on
wheeling and dealing.
cutting in. He had nothing but
See the hands?
but he couldn't
Silky.
play, and then
Oh, I've caught. Of course, he's missing a stick coming up on that chance.
at the
What shitty luck.
Sheahan trying to keep the cycle alive. Geeky played it right to Anderson, and then Sherrod takes a look, shoots it in. Christian Dvorak.
I didn't quite see why he dropped his stick. I have to see that replay.
The ice. Allen using his paddle to Anderson. Geeky trying to protect it. Quick shot. Fly near boards, and Allen had to be sharp, and he was.
Mark Giordano is such an alert player. He's got his eyes up all the time, so he's trying to take advantage of where he might see some vulnerability. Got to be ready for it.
Yeah, that was a huge get by Seattle, Giordano.
Stride. Suzuki shoots.
I was already talking about him a bit. It's weird seeing him in that jersey. And he's just such a good puck mover. I love defensemen that just age like a fine wine. Wins his Vezina at what, like 35 or something?
Stat sheet as it says, but here's where he sits. You know, zone entries leading to scoring chances.
It's a shame that Weber didn't get a, I said Vezina for the defensive award. The Norris. When did he win his Norris? 35. It's a shame that Weber hasn't gotten a Norris trophy.
What do they need to do?
He should have had one.
Cole Caulfield's still doing a number of positive things that will ultimately see him.
He should have had it over Lidstrom at least once.
Brendan Gallagher's back on the ice. He's on the forecheck right now for Montreal.
And I love Lidstrom too, but Weber was that good.
Jordan Everly making moves, cutting in. Everly around the net.
Just in a small market. Oh! Seattle again. Jake Allen.
Gallagher was right there. Good
Right there.
The shot comes from outside. Allen can just focus his attention on that play from there. But Gallagher's in really nice position to not allow him to really load up on it.
There's a look at Jeremy Lauzon, the Val-d'Or Quebec native, a Bruin second round pick.
Just brutal because if we're struggling against an expansion team, you know,
Off the draw, picked up by Lehkonen.
like wait till we're, you know, playing Tampa and Washington and
Vince Dunn tries to clear Romano towards the net into the glove of Grubauer, and was looking for anything but Philip Grubauer will hold.
Montreal, again, playing on their toes. I use that term. You know, being alert, being ready. Romanov right there. Puck comes loose, ready to take advantage.
Grubauer's been sharp in this contest. One of three goalies born and trained in Germany with over 100 games in the National Hockey League, and really that season he had with Colorado, sensational numbers. Marc-Andre Fleury, of course, won the Vezina. Grubauer a finalist. Right out
Ooh.
the wrist shot off the body and high, and hit the netting, comes out of play. 7 shutouts last season, Grubauer with the Avalanche.
Grubauer's had a tough start to his season too, and he is a really good goalie. Really, really good goalie. So that not likely gonna be staying that way the rest of the season. He's really good. I was very surprised Colorado didn't re-sign him. Morgan Geekie has been very noticeable tonight, for Seattle. Involved in a lot of plays. Come on, Leck, get in there. Yeah, the fourth line is having a little, not as much success there tonight as they were against Detroit. The Armia Lehkonen line. I got Paquette with them tonight with Jake Evans out. Jake Evans is injured. Seems minor, but it's a mystery right now. Oh! Perreault there. Perreault seems to enjoy playing in the middle of the ice, man. In that high slot. Third line, doing well here. Getting some ozone time. Seattle finally get it, and they're going to take it up. Oh, here's Caulfield. Let's go. Oh. When you see Caulfield coming with time and space, oh, lost my fucking camera again. Oh! Brutal. Look at how much time and space he had there.
With that type of speed and head up the whole time, Yanni Gord knows that he's got an unimpeded path to the front of the net.
Who gave the puck away on our end of the ice? Come on. This is fucking brutal, man. Brutal. This is embarrassing, man. Give it to Seattle, though. They're playing damn well. They are playing very good. Montreal, again, making it easy for their opposition. Fuck. Look at this. Look at this. Come on. Brutal. Fuck.
2 goals for Brandon Tanev, and what a shift for Yanni Gord. Scores the 3rd goal. He was all over the ice. Makes a terrific play to
Not our night.
but Montreal can't make
Again.
the change. And quickly goes the other way. And the long change.
This is rough, eh?
Twice the puck starts on the 3rd and 4th goals. The puck starts in the Seattle zone. And seconds later, it's in the Montreal net.
Wow. What? Talk about absolutely embarrassing defense.
Coaches use the term puck management all the time. Third
Holy
goal is
shit.
an example of really poor puck management by the Montreal Canadiens.
So not even through the midway point of the second period.
Absolutely
Sharp and
brutal.
his coaching staff calling a timeout as he's obviously frustrated. Now down by 3, and for Brandon Tanev, 2 goals in the game. He's got 5 on the season.
What I would say too, Brian, is like Dominic Ducharme. Well, there's some undrafted gems. Yanni Gord. And you look at what he's
Oh,
won 2
man.
Stanley Cups. Mark Giordano's won a Norris Trophy.
Absolutely atrocious.
Tanev, we can just see there. He's just excited about being in a picture.
Absolutely fucking atrocious.
Was just trying to reassure his team. There was lots of good things happening for the Montreal Canadiens. 2 mistakes that end up paying a big price for, but trying to reinforce the things that you're doing well.
Time to pull in deep. Screwbauer played it. And deflects out of play as there's energy in this building tonight. Clive and Bergy.
What are you guys saying here in this chat? This is brutal.
Their first ever win at home in franchise history. Yanni Gord having a night. Beautiful setup to the latest goal scorer as Tanev.
This loss wouldn't be as fucking frustrating. This loss wouldn't be as frustrating if it wasn't. If we weren't going to go down 1-6 to start this season. Seriously. Talk about. Talk about cup hangover. Cup final hangover. I shouldn't even. Jesus Christ. Didn't even get the cup out of it. We come into this season absolutely not ready to go. And now 7 games in, we're very likely not making the playoffs. Because not only are these losses, but they are all regulation losses. We haven't even got an overtime point out of any of them. I assume that's what it'll be tonight. Another regulation loss. So. What do you think, guys? Is it time for a change in Montreal? What are the problems? You tell me, because I've said enough. I think I know what the problems are, but I want to hear what you guys have to say. The chat is all yours. Feel free to DM me on Twitter or Instagram and let me know what you think. You can call in. I'll give you my cell. You can call in and tell me, because I'm just at a loss at this point. And I mean, I give Jake Allen the benefit of the doubt on the second one, because it was a nice tip. Probably should have saved it, but it is what it is. He's been making saves. The rest of these goals are all on this defense. It is brutal, and it goes to show how much of an impact Shea Weber was having. It also goes to show how good Noah Juleson was before his injury, because Noah Juleson filled in for Shea Weber. I mean, Petrie was really good too, while he was out with his knee and foot injury. And that's a real shame for Noah Juleson and for the Habs to lose a prospect like that, and for him his career to get halted like that because of a fluky ass bullshit puck to the eye injury. twice in the same time in a game. But now, Weber's gone too, and this D is exposed. And Jeff Petrie has been struggling, which doesn't help either. And the rest of them are just slow, dude. Slow. And of course, Edmondson's out too, but that's not going to make a drastic difference. It won't. Maybe a little on defense, but it's not going to help the offense significantly. I don't think. And the offense is struggling too. So, but I do think the offense is mostly struggling because the defense can't move the puck. And that's a lot on the forward line to have to produce everything. It's not going to work that way. So, Allen has to be perfect now. Well, maybe the rest of the team could be perfect. Score some fucking goals. Jesus Christ, man. Forgive my French. It's frustrating. Tired. I don't like sitting here and watching this team lose. I don't want to have to do this all season. Ah. They ain't earning nothing. Man. Halfway through the game, we're down by 3 goals. Come on. Like, we're not giving ourselves a chance. In any sense of the word. At all this season. These games aren't even close. Here we go. 2-on-0. Are you kidding me, yo? Are you serious? Are you serious? Well, Sherratt and Gallagher, like, who? Of course Gallagher's shooting. Gotta hit the net, man. This team can't hit the net. Even when they do get close, they're fucking firing it wide. Ah! I don't get it. They shouldn't be this bad. I'll give them, like, just how are you this bad? Jesus. This is like, we're like lotto team rebuild territory here. Like, ship out the vets, every one of them. We don't have that many, though. That's the thing now. Price, but like he's not going anywhere. Like Petrie, I guess, but that's contract's too valuable to give up. If he rebounds, you cannot risk him being elite for somebody else. Fuck that. With your defense already not good, I'm confident Petrie will come around. Can't give up on him. Seriously. But really, like, this team is what it is. It's the defense that has to change. Sherratt, obviously, he's got a couple months left. He's got this year left. Trade him. Someone could use him for the playoffs, no doubt. I think you can get at least a second-round pick for him. Maybe a first if you wait till the deadline and play hardball. But shit for showing the stream. God. Wonder how many people are in here watching me suffer right now. How's the chat? Like it. Could you imagine Dom Ducharme getting fired fucking 3 weeks into his fucking new contract? Could you imagine? Oh my God, man. This team just has no chemistry at all. It's almost like just a perfect storm. You got the cup final hangover, very short off season thanks to COVID and going the distance. Very short off season. Then you got all the roster change. Weber out, Price out. Not just the on-ice impact, but the off-ice impact in the room. Joel Edmondson then goes out. Paul Byron's a big leader. There's all that. And then nobody's got chemistry as well because of all the turnover. There's a lot of additions as well coming in. You add all this together. Oh, and a questionable replacement on defense for Weber. Or just a questionable decor build, you know? I'm not sure Dougie Hamilton would have came here. I wish we would have went after Krug last year. I wish we would have, honestly, kept Mete. As much as he's not the answer, at least he's a type of D that can move the puck. Mind you, he's like a 6th, 7th. Now we're going to the box. Jeff Petrie here. Fucking hell, man. Just getting owned. Seattle, loving it. At home, gonna get their first home win. Right? I think Vancouver beat them, didn't they? One thing I will say, doing my YouTube videos or my filming of the videos of after the Habs games, I miss a lot of hockey. I'm always relying on highlights. I don't have cable, so that makes it a little harder. I need to do better at watching more hockey. Yeah, Vancouver beat them. I figured that. So first home win for Seattle tonight. Must be nice, eh? Imagine Carey Price, eh? Having to come back to this. Not good. Not good at all. And I gotta admit, man, I feel for Dom. I do. And maybe he's not the right coach. Maybe he's just inexperienced. I mean, it's going to be really tough and a lot of adversity for him to get through this. And you know what, man? Talk about a weird set of circumstances for a guy to take over. You take over, you go to a cup final. You also get pulled out of that cup final because of COVID. And then the season starts and you're off to an awful start. All that roster turnover, he loses his captain. Coach loses his captain and his number one goalie to start the season. I feel for Dom, man. I really do. You may call him excuses, but he's been somewhat dealt a raw hand. As much as the Cup final was good, it raised expectations a little too high. I just let him face this adversity. It'll make him a better coach, I think, because he is a good coach. I believe in what he's preaching. I know he's a good person. I know he'll be good. He is good with the players. You know, Shea Weber and Carey seem to like the guy. I don't know what else to say. And my big thing is that the D-core has been built, like, just brutally. And as much as I support Bergevin, we cannot keep building the defense with slow, shut-down defensemen that don't produce. And if that means that we have to change how this team plays, then we do, because these forwards are not going to be able to execute their game playing this way and with this type of D support. We need a Sam Girard. We need a Krug. We need a McAvoy, a Vince Dunn. That's what this team needs. Not David Savard, not Ben Sherratt. When are we going to get that player? And at this point, we should be looking for replacements for Petrie as well, because he's getting up there. We don't have Weber anymore. The depth has quickly left us. We have a good opportunity here to build a strong D-core, and hopefully our prospects pan out. Caden Gooley is a seriously strong prospect. I have a very good feeling about this kid. Very good feeling. Especially being mentored by Shea Weber. And he's a lefty. Then you got Logan Mailloux, a righty, who's also a big guy but has offensive instincts and moves very well for his size. Now, is he going to light the lamp like crazy? It's yet to be seen. But that's where you talk about Jordan Harris. He could be a guy that puts up significant points offensively, as long as he transitions well. And he'd be coming into the league at, I think, 22, around there. So that could benefit him as well. Johnny Fairbrother, but that's not an offensive guy. He's a good prospect, though. Struble. Norlinder, there's another one. Pure offense. And I think he's still with Montreal, but injured. Or I'm not sure if he's flown back to Europe yet. But you can't have him this season. It wouldn't have been right to keep him and put all the pressure on him this season. We cannot rush him. Bring him back. Send him back to Europe. He dealt with a lot of injuries last year. Play a full season. And hopefully come to Montreal next year ready to go. Right out of the gate. And put up points from the back end. Seattle taking over here. They almost scored there. Sorry, I messed up on this timer. The time's wrong here. So I'm going to watch the rest of this game anyway. So I'm going to keep the stream going till the end. I may as well. I'm going to sit here and watch it. So we may as well suffer together. Hopefully, we got to score one here at the end of the period if we want to have any chance. At least build some momentum and take it into the next period. Seattle's just going to be looking to close this out, play some responsible hockey. And they get it deep. That'll kill some time. And they recover it. So now they're going to have some ozone time. Just brutal by Montreal here. Oh, but there's an opportunity. Armia's got nothing. Wow. Uh-oh. There's an injury. Niku do something greasy there or what? No one's going near him. Did he get cut? What's going on here? What is going on here? Mason Appleton goes down. Hopefully he's okay, man. That didn't look good. Christian Ravery would like to see a team without a coach, and Dom must be pulling out his hair. Yeah, that's Julian saying that. No excuse for Suzuki, Caulfield, and Toffoli. These guys had great chemistry in the playoffs. Yeah, I agree, V for vegan. It's bullshit. All of them. Ghosts. Even though the D hasn't been supporting them, they should be able to produce something. Something. Brutal. Good to see all you guys in here, though. I appreciate you all. Thanks for coming and supporting the channel. If you weren't here for it, Jeremy Legoux won the hat from Fanatics. He won that. And Alex Clark won the Scotian Canadian shirt. But if you'd like to, you can buy a shirt from me for 35 bucks. ScotianCanadian@gmail.com. E-transfer it. I'll send it to you personally. That's 35 to ScotianCanadian@gmail.com. You got yourself a shirt. They're nice too. I got large, extra large, and some other big ones as well. Got a couple small. No medium left. Oh, what happened to Appleton there? Oh! Wow. Vincent Costello, Ari Beauregard, Christian Garant, Julien, Nicolas Andre Toku, Sam Hyde, Aaron Dawson, Jerry Hansen. Let's fucking go 07. LSFG 07. Ooh! What a 1T. Yanni Gord, man. Why haven't the Habs picked him up? Why couldn't they trade for him from Tampa if he was available in the expansion draft? I don't get it. Why wouldn't we go after this guy? Brutal. The real shakes. Mo Nakela. Matthew Gregory. Appreciate you all. Despite the loss, I appreciate you coming and hanging out. Oh, this team is just... There's intermission. Okay, I just gotta grab a drink and then we can get this intermission going.
Two mistakes not that far apart and got the Montreal Canadiens into a 3-goal deficit here. We'll have to kill the rest of this penalty off at the beginning of the third.
A minute 29 remaining in the penalty to Sami Niku. A 3-goal advantage, couple goals of Brad and Tanev. As goal 6 for Canadiens hockey on TSN continues, we'll step aside. Intermission coming up with Tessa, Bergy, and Pierre.
Can't believe this. Well, I can. I don't want to believe it is what I should be saying. Unbelievable. I'm shook. I'm shook right now. It sucks. Freaking bullshit. Anybody want to call in and chat and vent? Because I've talked enough. My voice is killing me. I've had a cold for a couple days here now. I sound like shit. Absolute shit. I don't see any DMs here. Yeah, feel free to DM me if you want to call up. Andrew, yep. Shout out to Andrew Marchand. Good old Andrew Marchand. It's brutal, man. Can't believe it. Guys, I just don't know what to say anymore. I've vented so much. I've said pretty much everything I have to say about this goddamn team. It's just I can't. I feel like an idiot for having such high expectations for them, but at the same time, like, how do you go that far and accomplish that much? And I understand this is a different team, but Jesus Christ. Dvorak really struggling without the playmakers that the Coyotes have, I guess, maybe. Clayton Keller's a strong-ass player. They also got some puck movers on defense. I feel like I keep saying the same shit. It's just so frustrating.
As we welcome you back inside Molson Export Canadiens hockey on TSN. Tessa, Pierre, and Marty along with you. Marty, we'll start with you since you're the first to win.
Shane Wright. It's too bad it's not next year. I would have loved to see us be able to draft Connor Bedard. Christian Dvorak was the one who gave the puck away for the first Gord goal. Oh, it's pathetic, man. Yeah. Those 25 minutes, 25 to 30 Weber was playing every night. Very missed. Very, very missed. You got to think he's in the building right now watching this. Fuck. Yeah, it's pretty amazing, eh? 7 games in out of the playoffs. This is great. Because I mentioned it earlier. These aren't just losses. They are regulation losses. We haven't gotten an OT point in any of our losses. We can't even bank on that anymore. Which you don't want to, but at the same time, like, 6 regulation losses to start the season. You can't come back from that. You can't come back from that. Like, and I hate to be a Debbie Downer, but that's just the reality of it. Not happening. Now you have to make the best out of a shitty ass situation and fix this decor. Sherratt will be available. Maybe Niku or Weidman available. And you gotta open up Kulak available. You gotta open up some space to bring in and trade the assets if you need to, because if you never know with prospects. They're maybes, right? So if a team covets one of your prospects, you can get a sure thing in return. You got to go for it, because especially if someone's available due to a poor relationship with their team, or for any number of reasons, you gotta pounce. I'm trying to think of a good example of like a defenseman that was on the trade block recently. Montreal didn't go after. Vince Dunn, wasn't he for a while? But I think St. Louis has worked it out with him. There was another one in St. Louis. Jake Bean, I think, was available from, I can't remember where he was, but he ended up with Carolina, pretty sure. Or no, he was on Carolina. But he was available. Now prospect still, but a good one at that. Sam Girard, Ottawa. He ended up with Colorado. It's like, I know you got to give to get, though, so it's just, come on, man. JN, why give up a prospect when you're not even looking like a playoff team? That's not necessarily what I meant. I meant if there's a sure thing available, like what fits your needs, like a, in their prime puck-moving defenseman, which is likely not going to come up. That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't just give away a prospect for just like a rental or anything like that. You're still going to be wise. I'd rather see out a lot of our prospects, especially a Jordan Harris, Jaden Struble, Norlinder. Rather see them out. They're close, right? We'll know soon enough. Anyone got any questions? Feel free to load up the chat, or if someone wants to call in, I'd be more than happy to send you my cell number. Just DM me on Twitter @ScotianCanadian or Instagram @ScotianCanadian, and I will send you my cell. You can call in, chat over the stream here. Otherwise, load up the chat with questions, because we got to sit through another period of this. Another game where we don't even have a lead at any point. Like, Jesus. Can't get any worse. Trying to think what would make this worse. New Jersey comes to town. Subban gets a Hattie. Then Radulov comes in. 4-point, 5-point night. Then Phil Deneau comes in. LA pitches a shutout. Subban to Tatar on the power play for New Jersey. Then Vegas comes in and Pacioretty scores an empty netter to ice the game. Does Romy look like an NHL D-man? JN. I guess, but a 6. If I'm being honest, he's not looking. He doesn't play on the power play. He plays on the PK. Our PK sucks. I mean, I like his physicality, and the odd time he'll make a good pass, but it's not consistent. Now, is it the deployment he's under? I don't know. Tyler, but yeah, Drouin gets hurt. That another one, just to make the season even worse. Like, think of all what this team's been through. Sam Hyde, how's Dano doing anyway? I think he scored in his first game. It wasn't like an impressive goal or anything. Since then, he's only played a few more games and he hasn't done much. He isn't even winning as many face-offs as he usually does, which is kind of weird. Man, how messed up is all that Chicago stuff? Like, jeez, man. Absolute goofballs. Morons. Like, talk about another shitty-ass example of hockey culture. Fucking joke. And I'm thankful that Bergevin was not involved. It's nice to have him separated from this crap. And I would hope that if he knew about it, he would have handled it the right way. Or if he was part of that management team or meeting, he wouldn't have let it slide. I hope. I hope not. But at this point, just thankful he wasn't involved, because that's an absolute mess. And to think, Stan Bowman resigns. He's got a couple cups. And does he got 3? Was he there the whole time, or was it a different GM for the first one? I can't recall. Anyway, Joel Quenneville, his cups, and Joel is like, his team's undefeated now. Does Florida lose a coach over this? I don't know. I have a feeling the NHL might suspend him for a significant amount of time. And then Florida will have to make their own decision. I can't see Florida firing him over it. We'll see, though. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they will. I don't know what I think. I'm not the one to decide what's going on here. But and then who was the other one? Oh, Kevin Cheveldayoff. Yeah, another one. I think he's going to get in some shit. He was an assistant GM at the time. But ultimately, whose decision was it to hide this? Was it the president, the CEO, or was it Stan? According to Stan, like, he was the first year GM. He said he passed it to his superior and figured they would do the right thing by it, and they didn't. So, thank you to Jordan Saylor. I don't know what that means. I honestly have never really done this stuff before on streams. I don't normally do streams, but it says $6.99. I assume maybe that comes to me somehow. I don't know. But thank you. I really appreciate it. And if you have a question, feel free to ask it in the chat there, and I'll answer for you. Vegas went to the finals on a brand new expansion team with zero chemistry. Love it. And that's on coaching. Honestly. Maybe they don't have these guys playing the way they should be playing. The right way, or the right way for this particular roster build. Maybe Claude Julien did a good job getting the most out of that particular roster that he had. And even that wasn't, the greatest. But I love that you call that out. Because an excuse is an excuse. How long is Price gone for? What the hell? Sorry, man. I'm not going to be able... Sucka Pure Wall. I don't know, dude. We don't know. 30 days minimum, but... it very well could be longer, and if the environment that Montreal and the state they're in right now is a little too much for him, it might be a while. You know what? He's been our rock for so many years. I got to give him the space he needs, and I understand this is professional sports and he's a multi-millionaire, but at the same time, I don't think there's any more of a scrutinized position in the entire NHL, and he's done it commendably for so long. So Give him the time. Especially if we expect him to come in and do it for another 2, 3, 4 years, right? Tommy Vezina, where is Toffoli? I don't know, bud. You're going to have to, I don't know, tell me. We're going to have to find him because this is fucked. This is fucked. Eric M, is Sherratt and Savard paired tonight? No, they're not. I think Sherratt's with Petrie. Savard is playing with Romanov, and Kulak is with Niku. Yeah, Shea Weber loving what he's seeing tonight in the building. Just questionable.
Well, and the thing about Brendan Gallagher is he's not a shrinking platform. He's a player that wants to make a difference in the game, and he gets invested and fully invested. And, you know, when you see Mark Bergevin talk about Brendan Gallagher, you know why Mark gets emotional, because that's the investment.
Nexus OG, Bergevin can't evaluate D-men to save his life. Yeah, you know what? I agree. I agree. It's always been his his least admired ability for me. You know, he killed at getting Shea Weber, and he was able to build a D-core of the type of D-men he wanted because of Shea Weber. But that is such a rare breed of defenseman now. You are not going to find another Shea Weber. It's just not going to happen. Shea Weber's departure means this team needs to move into a more modern style of build. You know, and I believe that shutdown defensemen are still, you know, valuable. But you don't need 4 or 5 of them. You need like 2 at the most. And maybe an additional one for depth that can come in and out of your lineup. You know, like why am I blanking on his name right now? The guy who played for the Leafs last year, and now he's back with Tampa. But why am I blanking on his name? Anyway, someone tell me in the chat. It's obvious. But the rest of the guys need to be puck movers, you know, and not huge guys, you know, like 6 foot at the most with speed. And we could use a guy like Quinn Hughes. I can't believe we passed up on him in that draft and took Kotkaniemi instead. That would have solved so much of our problems. Get him the right D partner, and he's not going to be as much of a defensive liability. And when you have elite goaltending, who gives a shit if he's a defensive liability? You need the offensive instincts of players like that. Ugh, Bogosian. Jesus, why was that so hard to remember? Clutch. McWaller, 1, 2, 3. Tyler Penny, Luca Ramelli. Clutch. Bogosian. Nexus. The only pure shutdown I really want to keep is Edmondson. I agree. Yeah, I'm not sold on Savard. I'd actually be fine with keeping Sherratt if we didn't also have Savard, but honestly the 2 of them can go. But I don't, you know, I'd take Edmondson over Sherratt. And then you got Petrie, and then Petrie will probably slowly have to move towards being more of a shutdown guy the older he gets, but I'm hopeful he'll get his puck-moving game back. Like I mentioned earlier, you can't trade him and have him be elite again somewhere else. I think Petrie is still a very strong talent for the Habs. Like you look at Pacioretty, as much as he didn't fit in Montreal anymore, he goes somewhere else and he's still elite. We can't have that happen with Jeff Petrie and how thin this D-core is already. So yeah, Jeff Petrie and Edmondson, keep that. I like that pair. And if you're stuck with Savard, then it is what it is, but you need to give him a left-hander that can move the puck. So the third started here a bit ago now, actually. Should Bergy be allowed to sell at the deadline if he's not coming back? Paul Surratt. That's a great question. It's a tough one because I don't. Even if we are moving on from Bergevin, why get rid of him now? I don't think he'll do anything that'll hurt the team. I don't at all. I really don't think he will. And he is good at getting good value for his assets. So I trust him in that. I really do. And why would you fire him now and then just put whoever in charge? And because you're not going to hire your new guy right now. So I feel you let Bergevin do what he can do. And then you move on. I'd even be okay with keeping Bergevin if he if he moves on from these types of defensemen. You look at who they've drafted, and you hope that they may have with Norlinder and Harris. But because I like the way he manages and the way he makes deals and negotiates contracts and all that. It's just the way he views defensemen. Like I can't recall who mentioned it in the chat, but it's Nexus OG. It's so true. It's brutal. Oh, Eberle. Oh. Man. Yeah, and Romanov, like he wasn't an offensive guy in the KHL. He hasn't been in the NHL. He was decent in against his peers in the World Juniors. Actually quite good. But when's he going to show this at the NHL level? Or will he ever? Or is he going to be just a depth guy and shut down physical D? Maybe at some point in his career be a top 4, in his prime, shut down. Maybe he will be. And maybe that's all he'll be. I don't know. But so far, it doesn't seem like he has, heavy offensive instincts. And mind you, he's not getting power play time, so it's hard to say. So we're putting our money on Jordan Harris and Norlinder. Those are the two pure offensive defensemen in our prospect pool. Because Caden Gooley's another big shutdown guy. And at the NHL level, I feel that's all he'll be unless he goes the Shea Weber route and can score goals. Seattle absolutely dominating us. This is fucking embarrassing, man. I need a garbage can to kick. This is bullshit. Look at this. Come on. Get it out. Win a battle. Just absolutely atrocious. Out. Not even by their own effort. Just can't understand this. Tanev trying to hit that hat trick. Do you think tanking would be good for this team? We badly need high-end talent. I would love to get Connor Bedard, because Bedard is my last name, after all. And they still haven't added Bedard into NHL 22. Or EA NHL, whatever. They haven't added it in. I gotta use these Bednards or Bednard or all this crap. There's a prospect named Bedard. Put our name in the game. For the love of Christ. Oh, that was a nasty goal. Was that Vince Dunn? That was gross, dude. Who scored that? That's an absolutely fucking embarrassing play. Look, they lose the draw in the offensive zone. Romanov gives the puck away at the blue line. What? So they got Romanov on the right side. 5-on-5. Why is he on the right and Savard's on the left? What the fuck was that all about? Were they literally trying to do a 1T play with Savard as the trigger? What the fuck was that? Unreal, man. Man, think of Shea Weber and all the defensemen he's had to lift up through his entire career. The only legitimate top pair defensemen he's played with were Roman Josi and Ryan Suter. And he did get one season with Markov. But other than that, this guy has been playing top pair and lifting players way above his head and making them look real good in the process. Especially in Montreal. Mete, Sherrod, Kulak. Come on, dude. This is just brutal. Ugh. V for vegan, I agree. I really wish we traded for Dunn. I don't know why we... Anyway. Who scored that goal? I didn't hear what they were saying. Because that was nasty. That dangle was gross. Talk about a pretty awesome first win at home for Seattle. Ryan Donato, unassisted. That was gross. Wow. Truman Davis, Romanov needs a better D partner. While I agree that goal, the one that just got scored, was totally his fault. You can't move it into the middle there, especially on your backhand under pressure. He had to, but he's in a tough spot there. I don't know why he's lined up on the face-off on his offhand when you have David Savard on the ice, who's a righty. Unless you're trying to draw up a one-timer play with Savard as the finisher, which I don't know. Like, okay, if that's what we're doing right now, then this team seriously has a coaching problem. That's fucking brutal. This is tough. Mayu's an offensive D-man. Maybe he can crack the lineup next year. Yeah, he is. I haven't talked about him much, considering what's happened with him, but the reality is he's a really good prospect. And he does have offensive instincts. I talked about him earlier in the stream. Yeah, he's a special player. But the thing is, he's really big, so how much is his offensive game going to translate into the NHL? You know what I mean? I would hope a lot of it. Like, the thing is, he was like a top 10, top 15, I'd say top 15 talent before the incident and what happened. So Montreal got a really good prospect late. Now, whether or not they should have picked him, that's another story. I don't need to get into that shit right now. I got a video on that if you want to see my thoughts on that from back when it happened. But, no, he's a good prospect. Oh, dude, like, it's not just that our record is now going to be 1-6, but it's all regulation losses, and a bunch of them we got blown out, and a lot of these teams aren't supposed to be good, and a lot of these games could be worse than blowouts. They could be like double-digit goals against if it wasn't for Jake Allen. Like, this is the worst. Like, I'm not exaggerating here. This is the worst team I have watched play hockey in a long-ass time. The Montreal Canadiens of 2021-22. This is bad. Very bad. So, does Dom Ducharme get to finish the season? I don't know. Like I mentioned earlier, I feel for him. It's been a really strange set of circumstances. And he's just starting a new contract. It's not looking good. Not looking good. But like I mentioned earlier, I see Bergevin closing out the season, doing the trade deadline stuff, because he's trustworthy with that. And even if we're moving on from him at the end of the season, or if we're moving on, or if we're going to wait to move on from him at the end of the season, then you may as well wait for Ducharme as well. New GM can make the decision to keep him on, which I say they probably would keep him on and then have him on a short leash, is probably what would happen. And this is pretty rare for me to call the Canadiens a bad team. There's a lot of people probably in this chat that would agree. I've always been not just optimistic about this team, but the way they were built, I could see what they were capable of with how they were constructed. Phil Deneau being a big part of that. You know, obviously Shea Weber and Price being a big part of that. And in the past, I've had better depth at center, you know, in terms of veteran centers. Like, even Eric Stahl last year was reliable, especially in the playoffs. But I could always see what was, you know, I could see that they were capable of something. And they were. They made the cup final, and it was because, and I'll fight to the death that it wasn't a fluke. And as much as Carey Price was incredible, he wasn't out there scoring goals or shutting down elite offense from the opposition either. Well, he was shutting them down, but in terms of saves. But we dominated the Jets and the Knights for the most part. But now, I don't know what the fuck's going on with this team. This team sucks. And I'm not familiar enough with Christian Dvorak to know if he's going to be able to be a key piece to pull us out of this. He has to be at this point because he's locked up. But again, this defense has to change. And yeah, it's just not good. Not good. Benjamin Helly, what do we like most? Dano at 5.5 and a first-round pick, plus a second-round pick, or Dvorak at 4.5? So we paid a first and a second to get Dvorak $1 million cheaper. Oh my God. Can't even buy one. No luck. Nothing. Jesus. Come on. It's just brutal. I personally and honestly just wish we didn't lose Kotkaniemi. That sucks. He was a very, very reliable center. And I have a feeling his offensive game wasn't there yet, but how comfortable he was in the NHL, he's going to be an elite player. It's going to take a little bit. And I hope I'm not wrong about that because I'll look like an idiot, but he's a good player, and I just wish we didn't lose him. I would have preferred to go into next season with Dano and Kotkaniemi and leave it as is. That's what I would have preferred to happen. And I would have preferred if we didn't sign David Savard, because that's a lot of money for another shutdown defenseman. And who would have played in that spot if he didn't? Beats me. Beats me. But the changes of this team have just absolutely crippled us. And this year, I can't see them letting this go on too long. I don't think the team needs a full rebuild or anything like that, but some serious movement needs to happen. And I would use Bergevin to ship out names. I wouldn't use him to bring in names, if possible. That's hard though. But at this point, I can't see. It's going to be hard for Molson to re-sign a GM on a record like this, especially for the Montreal Canadiens, despite the previous success and despite his individual moves looking good, but the team not quite gelling for the most part. Oh. Yeah, and I agree. Dvorak is better than KK, but he's having a real hard time getting his game going here in Montreal. But everyone is. That's the thing. That's why I harp on the defense so much. Every single forward is struggling. That's not every forward just going cold and being unable to do anything. It's the defense not being able to support them. Specifically in the offensive zone, there is no creativity from the back end. None. And I'd love to see it work out with Dvorak. I'm a big fan. I like the pickup. And 6.1 is too much for Kotkaniemi. Especially if you have to pay him that for like 2 or 3 years before he's worth that. Of course it's too much. It just sucks how all that turned out. Fucking sucks. And there's another one. Good call out. We should have kept Corey Perry. I don't know why we're having a hard line on Corey Perry to give him a 1 or 2 year deal. Give him the 2 years. It's a league minimum contract. How's that ever going to hurt you? At worst, he'll be a 13th forward. At league minimum, a veteran that can come in. At worst. I don't get how you let him walk to a division rival. Just a disgrace, man. Yeah, and Paul Surratt, I agree with you. I don't want Patrick Waugh taking over this team. Not a chance. That would be pure chaos. I have a weird feeling that's what's going to happen. And maybe it would work out, but I just can't see myself trusting this guy to not only build a good hockey team, but to manage the players well. He's a hothead, and I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I should have more respect for a Canadiens legend. But how he, like, he did win the Jack Adams in his first year with Colorado, Coach of the Year. But he's pure chaos, man. And then he bails on the Colorado Avalanche over a dispute of how they're being built. And look at where they're at now. Colorado's a very good team. Like what did Patrick Waugh disagree about with how Colorado's being built? Does he not like a decor filled with puck-moving defensemen? I think the Avalanche have a very good balance on their D, especially now that you add Cale Makar in the picture. But I don't know, man. I don't want Patrick Waugh. I'm not sure. And then the other options, people are saying Matthew Darche, inexperienced. Someone mentioned in the chat there, Stefan Quintel. I didn't know he was a manager or trying to get into that field. Maybe I did. Anyway, then there's Jocelyn Thibault, but he just took a job with Quebec, I do believe. Ramparts, maybe? Is that who he got hired with? So, it very well could be Patrick Waugh, and I'm just nervous about it. I didn't trust Marc Bergevin for years. It wasn't until the Jeff Petrie deal and the Shea Weber deal that I trusted Bergevin. Those are two solid defensemen to bring in. And I like the Phil Deneau ad. That trade was epic. After those three, I trusted Marc Bergevin. Tyler Penner, would Vincent Damphousse work as a GM? I don't know. Does he have experience? You know what I mean? I don't think he's been in an NHL locker room in a very long time, so that'd be tough, you know? So I'm going to keep this stream going until this game ends, and then we're going to call it a night because it is really late. We've got just a few minutes left in the game. I appreciate you all so much for joining me this evening. It has been an absolute blast, as always. I love you all, and I appreciate the support that you give me all the time coming to check out my reaction videos. I'm glad that I can entertain you, and I'm glad you enjoy my stuff. I really, really do. I'm not going to do a reaction video for this one because you got the whole stream and whatnot. If someone's feeling like super awesome, feel free to time out the links or whatever in the comments for other people. Yeah, anyway, I appreciate you guys. Jeremy Legue won the hat. And Alex Clark won the shirt. So I'll get a hold of you guys and ship this stuff out to you ASAP. Really appreciate y'all. And if you'd like, you can buy your own Scotian Canadian t-shirt right from me. $35 to ScotianCanadian@gmail.com. And I'll ship it to you personally. They're nice, they're comfy. I got large, extra large, and some bigger ones, XXX and XXX, and I got some smalls as well. I do not have medium. Appreciate you guys. I can't believe we're losing 5-1 to an expansion team that is struggling to start their season. This is going to be rough this year, guys. Very rough. We are at least going to be looking at probably a top 3 pick, to be honest. We're going to be that bad this year. I've seen enough. This is now 7 games in. I usually like to judge games 8 to 10 in, so we're just about there. This has been epically awful. We know what this team is at this point. And they might get a little bit more offense through the season from Caulfield and Suzuki, but I'm not sure that'll be enough. And Toffoli as well. I'm just not sure it'll be enough at this point. Yeah, so if there's anyone new in the chat here that didn't hear me rant and rave about it earlier, I think it's a perfect storm of just a ton of things gone wrong. We of course the Cup final was an absolute blast. I'll cherish that for my lifetime. But when we moved past that, it was a very short off season, thanks to going as far as we did, and as well as COVID. It was an extremely short off season. Then you have all your leaders leaving, and Shea Weber, Corey Perry, and now Carey Price out with what he was dealing with. So that's a lot of leadership out. Plus the roster turnover and adds and subtracts. You got a bunch of players that haven't played with each other and are trying to figure all that out at the same time. And then you deal with the Carey Price going out and the mental strain on the team. Really, that's kind of shocking to find that out about your team, your leader, the guy that's been your rock, and then Edmondson as well. It's just a perfect storm. And then start the season and it's just they just playing from behind constantly. And add on to that, the decor, the way it's been built this season has not been efficient. All the forwards are struggling, so it's not a coincidence. They're having a real hard time moving the puck up the ice. A lot of D-zone giveaways, losing battles constantly, finding themselves in their own zone all the time, like they are right now. Mind you, on the power play, on the penalty kill. And can't move up the ice, so you can't get offense going. And then even once they're in the offensive zone, D aren't supporting the forwards. Plus, the forwards can't seem to hit the net to save their goddamn lives. It's been brutal, the accuracy this season. Absolutely brutal to watch. Firing pucks far and wide. Over and over. So, I don't know. I can't see people losing their jobs right now, but I think you got to leave Bergevin in to, I don't know, maybe he's gone. This is epically bad. This is epically fucking terrible. I've never seen the Canadiens be this awful. I've never seen, in my life, watch a team play this poorly. There's no chemistry. It's not entertaining. It's not physical. It's not skillful. It's not fast. You know, as much as I don't want to hate on Jake Allen, I mean, he's letting in a lot of goals too, so without support. And there it is. Seattle gets their first win of the season. Good for them. And that is it. They played an incredible game tonight. You got to give it to their penalty kill. They just shut down Montreal completely. And their rush offense was very strong tonight. Very, very strong tonight. And the Habs just continue to make it easy on their opponents. And that is what is killing me. These are blowout losses over and over and over again. These aren't even close games. But we got more games this season, and I'm still going to be watching them for some reason. I'm not sure if I'll be able to do a reaction video for Thursday night. I will try. However, the next one might be after Saturday night's game. But the schedule this week is looking like Thursday. Oh, shit. Thursday we have the San Jose Sharks again. Hopefully we don't get blown out. It's another late one, 11:30. So that's kind of why I'm not sure I'll be able to do the reactions. Saturday, luckily it's an early game, 5 o'clock. So there won't be a stream. I don't normally do live streams. These are pretty rare. So, yeah, look out for the reaction video Saturday night, and I'll speak about both the San Jose game and the Kings game. But to close tonight, some stats. Of course, we lose 5-1. We're outshot 26-24. We lose the face-off battle. We've been brutal in the face-off dot all season. Tonight it's 60-40 for the Seattle Kraken, and that is on the back of Yanni Gourde winning 8 out of 3. This is a winger jumping into the face-off dot and killing it. We should have got Yanni Gourde somehow. Tampa didn't protect him. Why in God's name didn't Bergevin go out and try to get this guy? Look at the center depth Montreal's struggling with right now. Wenberg as well, also strong in the face-off dot. Riley Sheehan as well, all above 50%. And so frustrating. Who struggled for us in the dot? Suzuki was around 50, so good for him. Perreault was above 50. Dvorak struggled tonight, and that's weird. That's really rare for him. That's a shame. He would have had the toughest matchups, though. See, it's Danault. Not having him, that's a killer. We out-hit the Seattle Kraken 40-32, so that's actually quite a physical game. Didn't seem that way to me, but is what it is. We block 18 shots on the night, so Seattle absolutely dominated the Habs from essentially start to finish. And our start tonight was unacceptable to come out and allow a goal that quick. And the D coverage. Jake Allen got 0 defense support and 0 goal support tonight. That's got to sting. Oleksiak with 2 assists for Seattle. Yanni Gourde a goal and an assist. Man. Tana, and that was a beautiful goal from him. The patience as well. And Donato's goal on the breakaway was nasty. That move to go backhand. Giordano with an apple on the night. Eberle with the first goal on the night. An absolute snipe. That was gross. And McCann picks up an assist as well. So, yeah. This team is god-awful. Anyway, guys, I love you all. I appreciate you. Thanks you for joining me for the stream. Hope you all have a good night and get a good rest somehow after witnessing that. Again, if you want a Scotian Canadian t-shirt, you can e-transfer me. ScotianCanadian@gmail.com. $35. I'll mail it to you personally, as well as with a nice note. Cheers, guys. Go Habs, go. I'll see you soon, and thanks again for joining the stream. God.